Hello, what is guys? I am just gonna go over some things with Midnight Gala Lilias today. I've seen a lot of content creators with certain opinions about Hwa. I've watched a lot of videos, even though it might not say at the top of my feed here. I have watched quite a lot of the videos on her, and I've obviously also watched this one. So just in case you don't know who she is, here's the preview.
Filth always hides in the shadows. Once in a while, you just need to bring everything to light. Come on, struggle. Try your best. Though it won't make a difference. Every darkness has its own distinct shade.
See, she looks amazing. I have to start by saying that, right? So here's the skill 2. Her skill 2 is it's pretty good, right? It's 10% CR push basically every time, unless they're going ROL LRK, in which case you should be banning miss anyway. And I don't know why you would play her into that. Not really. You can read it if you want. It is dispellable, that buff, by the way, in case people haven't been caught up to date on that. And this is what I'm going to be talking about today. Her S1 I haven't really looked at. I haven't bothered. I guess I can do it now, actually, briefly. So I guess I'll go over it 1 second. So her S3 does damage proportional to when the you can read it. I can't be bothered reading that. Basically, she penetrates the more HP they have over her, right? Which is just like Hwa, and as you can see, a lot of people calling for her being a bit like Hwa, and being someone who has Hwa built and recently improved her even, I wanted to kind of compare them, right? Because the sentiment is that she's just a way better Hwa and blah blah blah, and I disagree. I've done the calculation. God, I sound like a nerd when I say it like that. But I went on to damage calc. I looked at the difference, and she looks really underwhelming. I know there's been a couple people saying, but her multipliers, and that's what I'm going to try and back up a little bit today, because I've not really heard of any content creators going, oh, but her multipliers are dog, even though some of them releasing them a couple days after she got announced. We already knew her multipliers at that point. So as you can see, my Hwa is now 5.7k attack. With all of the spare gear going in defense. She is 357 gear score is what I want to look at there, and I don't think I can show my old one. Oh, I guess I could. 1 second. I only changed one piece, so it was this piece that I originally changed. Okay, so this is my old Hwa. She was 349 gear score, so even lower than what I'm about to show you with my green Lilias that I have. And then I forgot to set that up actually. I also have had a prototype that I built of like where I think like people higher than me will be gearing her. Now that I think about it, maybe I've gone a little bit low on on one of the numbers, the attack, for the prototype, but heyo, you know? So this is my 5.4k attack Hwayoung. As you can see, on full penetration, she's doing 20,000 damage, just over. I set max target for all of these to 25,000. I set the defense to 1.4 thousand so we can look at the penetration rates. I'm Pretty sure that Hwas are better. I don't think I should be saying that right now, but I'm pretty sure of that. And I think that I already said that I think Hwa's penetration rate needed to be increased massively. I think it needed to start at 50% or 30% and then go up from there. So yeah, both artifacts are plus 15 as well. Both with a torrent set. So this is original Hwa that I had built. This is green Lilias. This is better gear score. Let me show you green Lilias real quick. So this is the build that I would be putting on green Lilias. Torrent set, 363 gear score, and really fast. Obviously, I think most people will have a faster than me, right? But this is what I can do. Like have a lot of attack, I guess. But this is what I can do with like a lot of damage. This is the maximum. I think there will be people who will be building her like straight in like her. I think that is the only way she'll be able to be built. I don't think that if you're slower than 270, you'll be able to have her built in high elo. And on top of that, she won't do much damage, as you're about to see. So as you saw in the video, when she attacks the last rider Crow, she doesn't kill. Now, you know, usually almost one-shotting an LRK would be an amazing feat.
Come on, struggle. Try your best. Though it won't make a difference.
I question how they've got that low HP, by the way. Yeah. Considering I don't think mine has any spare HP rolls. Hold on, let me have a look. Oh, I do here. Ooh. That won't be staying. That bringing German won't be staying, I don't think. Yeah. Okay, I'll do based off this HP number. 7841. Right. So as you can see, she does like 26.1k, which yeah, it is a lot, but that's not killing in high elo. Like higher than me. I should specify when I'm talking about high elo, I'm not talking where I am. I'm talking higher than that. That will not kill an LRK in higher elo. And I've seen a singular lifesteal LRK. I'm sure that other people will start using lifesteal LRK, and I think that would be very interesting. If that's the counter to her, I think, well, I'm going to be blunt and say I think she's just as bad as Hwa. In terms of usability, she literally just about as good, if not worse, because she needs effort, really. As you're about to see. So, this is my original Hwa. 20,000. This is 20 more gear score, getting 3,000 more damage out of her. Right. And now we're gonna look at my other one, which is now what 1.2k more. So you're talking like 2,000 more damage. Bearing in mind, right, she's having to build attack and crit damage, and she's already getting attack buff, which means you can't just buff her attacker even more, right? Like, you don't see many people giving her gap, right? Like, if I was to put Hwa on attack buff, she has more value. She's actually killing, whereas, you know, she already has attack buff. So there's that, I guess. I don't think that it should be very good because she's not doing much more damage, right? She's just like 3,000 more damage isn't gonna make or break her Hwa, right? It isn't going to make her meta 3,000 more damage. I'll say 2,000 for this one, right? 2,000 damage is not going to make Hwa better, right? Why would it make Green Lilias better than why would that make Green Lilias meta? Sorry, not better. Maybe I'll be wrong, but I don't see where she'll be usable, especially considering she's already giving herself attack buff and the attack buff is practically useless. In fact, let's have a little gander at what I think would be worth. I don't even think that's enough. I think this stat line is where she's gonna start becoming usable around 29k, and it's like, yeah, well, she's doing enough damage now. Although her S1 is already quite ridiculous at that point, you know. Um, these are not the same numbers that I had on before. Oh. Again, she's also getting 50% damage bonus, I think it is, from her artifact. And yeah, I mean, if she's getting, what, 15-16% damage bonus and she's doing 2,000 more damage than my Hwa, why would I need her? Don't get me wrong, if you're going to go Hwa, Green Lilias last two picks, there's like the B-Tech straight A like her, that could be a thing, right? But then they kind of fuck you over if they go Karina or any sort of other mitigation. So yeah, I'm just a bit disappointed, really. Like, they saw Hwa get nuked, and then they were just like, yeah, let's just release Hwa again. You can't really compare them in terms of stats. It's very difficult, considering you'd have to think about, like, the multiplier is... I don't know how you would do it. I think that's above my head at the end of the day. I'm not a theory crafter, right? There's probably other people in other parts of the community that can do that and theory craft with her a little bit better. But I think she is disappointing. Just quickly curious, checking on what figure buff would be. 27.5k. That's not bad, but then you have to draft Conqueror Lilias and get her into a game. It's like, I mean, do I even need to say? She has permabanned every game. Okay, so I'm gonna just quickly... I'm interested to see where her penetration rate ends. That's 23,049. Wait, hold on. Okay, so her penetration ends at 23,000, and like, this is not 100% anymore, right? This obviously, you know, if she had penetration to start with, it would be a little bit different, but I just wanted to compare her to Hwa. Bearing in mind, my Hwa has way more HP, because obviously she has 2 HP percent. Right, and she still hasn't. Oh, here we go. Right. Sorry, give me a second. Okay, this is kind of taking a while. I believe it's around here. Should be. Maybe it's not anymore. Okay, So, Hwa character that I've been asking for her penetration reduction, penetration rate to be moved up. Sorry, penetrates at roughly what was that? 4,000 less HP than Green Lilias. Bearing in mind, Green Lilias starts with less HP. So the difference between them is, I heard this actually. Yeah, it's 16,000 on the dot. Her penetration rate, whereas uh, Hwa is about 11,000, about just under. So overall, I think she still is a pull at the end of the day. Like, she's a limited, right? But don't expect her to be some god. I think even if you have good gear, I don't see where you would use her over just picking Hwa. Like, other than even playing her into ML Landy, like, I guess her S1 has way more value, right? Like, a lot more value. But yeah, she's a riskier option than Hwa, basically, is what I'm figuring out from this. Cause I've seen my Hwa survive some shit. I'm pretty sure I've seen her survive a Savior Arden Asteria, although I doubt it was with penetration sauna or very good gear. But I have seen her survive one. Whereas I don't think I think if she gets stripped, I don't think she's surviving anything, no matter how much defense or whatever else wasted stats you could put on her. I think if she's stripped, she's just dead. Whereas Hwa doesn't have the risk of being stripped because the mitt is built into a kit. She penetrates at a lower rate. She gives herself a fat barrier and can have attack buff. Like, if you give her attack buff, her S1's usable. I mean, I guess. Wait, hold up. And she doesn't even have her S1. It's whatever. Anyway, so that's my thoughts on Green Lilias, or at least that's the numbers on Green Lilias. I've not really had much opinion. I just think she's pretty hot, personally. And I think they made her kit so she wouldn't one-shot. I think they purposely was like, right, okay. She's not gonna one-shot, but she will provide more team utility instead. And I think to that I have to say, why wouldn't I just pick Strays or a Leica? Or Hwa? Because at least with Hwa, she's kind of just a meat stick. If they go for her, they're going to be taking like 3 hits to kill her minimum. She takes her turn 4 because they're going to have to break that barrier again, and the barrier is pretty fucking huge. So yeah, that's the numbers, not really my opinion, on Hwa and Green Lilias. I think it's going to be pretty hard to predict where she'll be after release. Obviously, people are going to just throw the best gear on her that they physically can and go, oh my god, that she's so amazing when she's like 4.6k attack, 300 crit damage. It's like that. Okay, you're going to run that build for 3 days and then you're going to put her on some mediocre gear, some like 3.7k maybe. Just interested to see those numbers. Let's say 3.7k 310. I don't think that this is usable. I've got to keep it real with you. It's not killing anything. So yeah, that's it. Sorry to I guess dampen the parade on a new limited, but I think if you don't have torrent set, she's definitely. If you don't plan on even getting torrent set at any point in time, don't pull her because she's useless. So yeah, Have a good rest of your day, and goodbye.